Hello everyone, welcome to Kutaisi, Georgia, and in this week's video we're going to be discussing foreground elements in our architecture photography. In particular, I'm just outside this church here and I'm photographing a ruins. You've joined me live on location where I'm focusing on this face, this facade of a building which looks beautiful, and it's got this vegetation in the foreground, which is some of it started to turn into autumn colours, some of it not, and I thought it added real great interest to the image, the fact that it's all getting this vegetation taking it back, and of course gives the foreground real interest. So let's get photographing. Going to be a quick video this week, but yeah, let's get shooting.
For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is James Kerwin, and this is me. I'm an architecture and interior photographer from the UK that is now based in Istanbul. I love shooting heritage, abandoned places, relics, ruins, hidden gems and ghost towns, as well as off the beaten path locations all around the world. You can catch my content weekly, well, when life doesn't take over. So why don't you join me for the ride by subscribing, and you can also check out my website in the description below.
Of course, the first thing when it comes to subjects like this is coming at the right time of day. For me, I've come here right at the end of the day. I've just dropped the group off at the hotel for a bit of chill and a refresh after a long day photographing in Skalpolbo, and I thought I'd pop down to check this one out. Now, I've actually found out that I've been here before, and I checked it all out, and I didn't actually photograph it in any particular way. Those mosquitoes attack me. However, around the back here, I've realised there's this nice section that's like all overgrown, and it's got these really nice windows, and yeah, it looks really interesting. Now, the time in the day is adding the fact that the sun is about to drop. I've got like maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes before sunset. So that's the first thing, is getting here at the right time. The next thing, of course, is the fact that there's this vegetation. Now, how I've framed things, let me show you how I'm doing it here. I've actually, on the front here, 24mm TSE lens, and all I've done is shifted it ever so slightly. I mean, literally up maybe 4 notches, so not even a lot. You could do this with a wide angle lens if you had one. And what that's given me is something a little bit like this. Its composition is really interesting. I've decided to cut off the very top and just leave this vegetation in, but leave this foreground interest nice and thick. I could actually crop that in post and just reduce that down a little bit further, but I actually like it as it is. I like the fact that there's these 3 windows, one's completely overgrown in that manner. That gives the image a lot of interest. So I'm going to get the photos now, and it's going to be nice, simple setup. Literally getting bitten alive, so I want to get these and get out of here. So it's going to be a really quick video. So I just ran back to the car to get my second tripod, just so I can actually film myself doing this. By the way, mentioned a couple of weeks ago, new tripod. If you like what you see, check it out, link in the description below. It's an affiliate link, but of course the discount code is for their entire website. I'm actually standing right on the edge of this footpath here, this road, and there's a lot of waste in the way, a lot of trees that have been cut down and so on. And the first thing is I tried to get myself central to the space. I wanted to kind of get myself nice and flush, face on to at least one of these windows. I want one dead centre and one left and one right. Really simple composition, like basic compositional techniques, 1 point perspective, and looking at it like so. Now, the things that are difficult, I would say, is getting that camera on the tripod fixed down perfectly. So in other words, making sure that our fixing is nice and solid. We're not going to go anywhere. The tripod's not, moving, because that's the thing. We want to make sure that we are essentially locked in nice and firm. Especially as we start to get to lower and lower light conditions, we want to make sure that this is going to be nailed. I've lifted that lens up just a notch, like I said. And then all I'm simply doing is I'm focusing, actually not on the face of the building as you would believe, but I'm focusing just on the piece of the vegetation that I want in the foreground of this image. Now, it could be that actually some of that is going to be technically ruled out in crop, but I want it to be nice and sharp. Now, if there was any wind or any movement, I would boost the ISO, but actually it's dead still tonight. There's not a single cloud in the sky. It's really calm, really peaceful, apart from the dog barking in the distance. So with that in mind, Still going to bracket my shots, 3 shots, just 1 stop apart, nice and simple. And we don't need F8 here, but we're going to go 7-1, which is a little change from the norma, 7-1. And I'm doing ISO 200 just to give my shutter speed a little bit quicker and to make sure I've nailed that. I did do another one where I did a pano left, middle and right. But in my opinion, I think I can do this as just a 24mm shot, shifted up, beautiful. Actually, the way that it's kind of all nature's taken over the scene and the space, it looks fantastic. So this is one that I really like. It's something a bit different. Now, if there was, for example, something a bit further forwards to the lens, then I would probably look to focus stack it, but actually in this condition it's not a case. And what I want to make sure I'm doing is I'm looking at my frame throughout. I've made sure that the edges are nice and lined up, those 3 windows, one's dead centre, 1 left, 1 right, and of course 1 you can't see, but the fact that there's all this greenery there, I like the fact that I've cut it off and it's just creeping in the left hand corner of the frame. That's like looking really, really good. That's something that I wanted in it. Other than that, I'm just going to overshoot it. Now I could do this as a pano and actually go right to the top as well and get the top piece in if I wanted, and the bottom, and do more vegetation. That would give me a complete different option for social media, but actually, to be honest, is not going to be the most aesthetically pleasing shot because it's just a little bit stretched at the bottom, a bit long, the vegetation. But it's possible, you can do that. Now I've just done it. Nice and quick and easy, but actually the light is now getting really nice behind the building. I'm going to focus there again on the vegetation. 3 brackets, nailed. Pretty much me for this week. By the way, I've got about 30 books left, signed, in the UK, ready to dispatch. If that sounds like something you're into and you want to grab one and support me in this channel, then please do head on to the link in the description below. And other than that, you'll see images like this in that book, but you won't see this image. Maybe in the future, let's see. Until then, if you've got any comments, leave them below. I hope you've enjoyed the video, quick and easy. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye for now, guys.